In the third art overlay activity, students will be answering the arts integration question, how can we adapt and innovate to prevent damaging effects from environmental change? Students will learn about the creative ways that some artists preserve, restore, or recreate their land art to then apply those ideas to their own land art pieces. To begin this activity, students should take one final trip to their land art site, this time with the goal of thinking about how humans, directly or indirectly, have affected the changes to their land art sculpture. Pages 16 and 17 of the Environmental Engineer Land Art Workbook give students a place to reflect and record their observations. Like environmental engineers, the goal of land artists is to make others think about environmental effects. Land artists have to make decisions about how to handle those environmental effects on their artwork in a way that teaches others about those effects. Knowing that land art will always ultimately be destroyed by the environment, artists have the choice to either preserve, restore, or recreate their work. Each of these methods have their own pros and cons. Students can learn more about how artists teach others about environmental effects by looking at the Ghost River Public Art Installation in Baltimore. The Ghost River Public Art Installation was created by Baltimore artists to literally bring to the surface rivers that once ran through Baltimore neighborhoods, but were diverted underground in the creation of the JFX. Students and teachers can learn more about this local artwork and visit it virtually or even in person. More information and links are included in the resources. Students can also look through the land art images in the slideshow provided either individually or as a class to think about how each artist may have decided to handle the slow destruction of their artwork. At the end of the slideshow, there are slides that walk students through the different options artists have: preservation, restoration, and recreation. Each slide provides a definition, examples, and questions students can think about while observing. Showing the options artists have: preservation, restoration, and recreation. Each slide provides definitions, examples, and questions students can think about while observing. Students will see that some artists preserve their work by protecting it from further decay or by documenting it through photos or videos. Some artists choose to restore their artwork through constant upkeep, while others choose to recreate their artwork somewhere that is not affected by the environmental effects. Pages 19 and 20 in the workbook give students a space to reflect on what preservation, recreation, and restoration means to them. These pages can also be completed as part of the class discussion or individually. Page 18 of the workbook provides students with an image and a little description of the Ghost Rivers installation, giving students another way to think about how artists preserve, restore, or recreate. The final step in the third activity is asking students to think about their own land art and what should happen to it in the future. Students will work more on this in the next activity, the Design Challenge Extension, but pages 21 and 22 in the workbook give students a place to reflect and brainstorm based on what they have learned about land artists and observe from their own artwork. Teachers can also use these workbook pages to assess students' understanding of these concepts.